Big news, AFTV are coming to Ghana. We are coming to Ghana in Africa between the 6th and 12th of February, and we're going to be meeting Ghanaian Arsenal fans and doing a watch party around the West Ham versus Arsenal football game. You do not want to miss this, so Ghana, get ready. We are coming. AFTV.
Hi, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with fans to be linked with January transfer move to Arsenal. Hi, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a January transfer move to Arsenal. Oof, tell you what, this weekend ain't been too bad for Arsenal when you consider that we haven't played. We've been over there in Dubai on our winter break. Of course, the way the seasons have been divvied up now with this winter break is that there's a section of teams that play this week and a section of teams that play next week, and then next week those other teams will get that week off. And all right, Man City won, and that was, as I said the other day, that's ominous that they're back and they're playing really, really well. But draws for Aston Villa and also a draw for Spurs. That means if Arsenal, when they play that game against Crystal Palace, if they win that game, they drop into third place, level on points with Manchester City. And listen, won't be far off the top. It's about staying in and around it right now. But it shows you how important that game against Crystal Palace is going to be. It's going to be very, very important. So really looking forward to that game coming up this weekend. And will we bring in any players before that game? Still pretty quiet on that front. It's been really interesting, this transfer window so far. It's been a very quiet transfer window, not as for Arsenal so far, but for all the teams in the Premier League. Nobody's gone mad. There's been a few signings here and there. If anything, as I said on yesterday's show, it's been Spurs who've made bringing in Werner. I think that Dragusin that they bought in, but not many clubs in the Premier League have been busy. And I was really interested to read that, of course, today is the day when a lot of teams learn about, how they've done with the profit and sustainability rules. Those are the rules that make sure that teams don't overspend in the transfer market. And I think these rules are really beginning to bite. You're not seeing teams just going out there and going absolutely gung-ho with signings because they're realising now they've got to balance the books. We're not seeing what we used to see from Chelsea years ago. We're not seeing what we've been used to seeing from, say, teams like Man City. And it was interesting to read as well that, there's a couple of teams that have breached those rules. Everton, again, because these rules that have come out now for the next 3-year cycle, or for the 3-year cycle just gone up until June 2023, Everton already have faced a points deduction, could face another, because they've said to have breached it. And so Nottingham Forest. Remember when Nottingham Forest were going absolutely mad, signing players here, there and everywhere? They may have breached it as well. So I think these rules will really begin to bite now on a lot of teams. And, a lot of teams are having to be very careful with their spending, probably looking at it and thinking, all right, we may have to wait until the summer before we do our big spending. But Everton, again, could be in trouble. A real mess up there. I feel sorry for their fans. But could Arsenal take advantage of the situation and make a move for Amadou Onana? When a lot of this was being talked about, in recent times, a lot of people are sort of saying, nah, no way are they going to sell Onana. But if they are in such serious financial trouble that they're going to have to offload players, I think the Onana thing is definitely realistic. Whether Arsenal will be able to do that in this January transfer window, that is another matter, because Everton are still going to demand around 50 to 60 million pounds for him. But I think that we're seeing the fact that Onana will not be at Everton in the summer, and Arsenal will have a really, really excellent chance to sign him, taking advantage, unfortunately, of Everton's mess that they're in right now. Another player that Arsenal are very, very heavily linked with is Ousmane Diomande. There's a lot of teams after this guy. He's centre-back. He's excellent. Plays for Sporting Lisbon. just a bit like what Saliba was. He's the sort of the hottest new young player around as a defender, and he's been doing really, really, really well for his club side. He's over there at the African Cup of Nations, and he's been scouted heavily by a lot of clubs, including Arsenal. Now, paying for the Ivory Coast, said to have an £80 million release clause. Could Arsenal make a move for him? This outlet in Portugal called A Record claimed that Arsenal are scouting him hard at this tournament, are really, really interested. They're also saying that Newcastle are another team that are really, really interested in signing him. But could Arsenal make a move for Diomande? Again, expensive for this window. Probably more of a summer signing, but you see that Arsenal are looking out there at the moment for quality at the back. This Karim Benzema rumour still keeps floating around, right? I mean, I spoke sort of briefly about it yesterday. Lots and lots of rumours around Karim Benzema today. Now, a lot of it seems to centre on the fact that he missed his pre-season training. They've got a training camp. He didn't turn up to a couple of sessions, and he's missed that pre-season for his club, Al Ittihad, over there in Saudi Arabia. Despite a decent goal-scoring record, as I said the other day on the show, the fans haven't been too happy with his performances. As I said, my friend was saying to me that, he looks like he's carrying a little bit of timber, maybe not taking it as seriously as he was when he was at Real Madrid. This is the thing, you see, you go over there on this big money. So could Benzema move on loan this January transfer window? I mean, get him in the right shape, get him fit. We know his age. He's getting old now, knocking on as a player, 36, but he still knows where the goal is. He's still a quality player. But I was doing some digging on this yesterday. I was really trying to sort of get to, looking deep under the rumours to see if there's anything in it. And I have to say, I just don't think there's anything in these rumours. I just think it all centres around the fact that he's missed these training sessions, and it's just a lot of speculation and people putting things together and thinking that he may move. I don't think. Remember, he's still on these whopping wages over there in Saudi Arabia. Who's going to meet those wages? Who's going to meet even half of those wages right now for a player of his age? I mean, Manchester United have been heavily linked. Maybe they're the sort of club who would do that. But again, these profit and sustainability rules as well, it comes into play. So I just don't see it. Definitely not for Arsenal anyway. I don't see it. So I forget those ones. And there's another rumour today regarding youngster who plays for Juventus, 18-year-old, been described as the new Cristiano Ronaldo. That is a very big tag to carry around, right? Been described by that over in Turkey as the new Cristiano Ronaldo. His name is Kenan Yildiz. Plays for Juventus, hasn't really been able to break through into the Juventus first team. A couple of appearances, but very limited time there for the first team. Seen really as a prospect, but he's, a lot of interest is being shown in him from Arsenal, also from Liverpool, who are really, really interested in signing him. Juve said to want around about £35 million to sell him. That's a lot of money for a totally unproven kid. But listen, this is the market nowadays. As soon as somebody is being described in those terms, the price goes up. And Arsenal said to be one of those teams interested in Kenan Yildiz. So we keep an eye out for that one over the coming days. Listen, thanks for watching the show today. Hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out all of our great content. Check out me getting my Thierry Henry suit. You do not want to miss that video. I'll tell you, that suit is unreal. Wearable memorabilia, a first ever. And I was lucky enough to get it. You've got to check out that video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.